We provide telecommunications service in Wisconsin and the UP. About 87% of our revenue comes from Cellcom, our wireless provider. Once people take a look at our area and see what we serve, I usually get the question of how can you compete with the national carrier? You have to maintain customer loyalty. If you can't hold on to your customers, I realize that some businesses rely on having a very large front door and expecting that you're going to lose customers out of the back door. In my opinion, rural carriers can't be that way. You have to look at and find new revenue streams as margin, as they always will tighten. And you always have to constantly reinvent your company. We have opportunities. And opportunities from a rural company is to focus on localization. One of the things as a rural carrier you have is you should know your customer better than your competition. You should be caring about what your customer cares about. You should have a community focus. You have to constantly reinforce local ties. You have to know your customer. You have to know your geography better than your competition. Servicing your customer needs is absolutely a requirement, and you have to do it with the new services, and you have to do it with out-of-box thinking. If you can think long-term as opposed to short-term, you're doing your customers a favor. And by the way, Green Bay does have the Green Bay Packers as world champions. Just want to make sure you're aware. Now, you can talk about the challenges and opportunities, but if you don't translate them into action, it really is meaningless. Some of the out-of-box thinking that we've done at our company is we developed something called GLOSS. GLOSS is Gaelic for green. One of our retail stores, we had to build a new one. I decided to build a coffee house with a retail store. What I really decided was that we needed to have another store next to, if we're going to build it, we needed to have something that would attract traffic. And we kind of went through this process of, should we try to bring in a hardware store, a grocery store, a coffee house? What should we do? And we decided a coffee house probably makes sense. Well, in this area that we were building it in, they didn't take kindly to having a Starbucks come in. They were a tourist area, very much opposed to Walmart coming in. They were kind of their own thing. So we decided maybe we could go with a local coffee house. Well, the more I thought about it, I thought, geez, if we're going to do this right, we really should put a coffee house in ourselves, which is exactly what we did. In conclusion, while national carriers will drive the trends in this industry, smaller carriers offer great alternatives. We are innovative, creative, close to our customers, and provide localization in a way the national carriers cannot. We add an important dimension to the rural and the hometown markets. The rural carriers are focused, for they truly are our customers.